Welcome to Biology My Passion. I am Soumya Harikrishna. We are learning the chapter the locomotion and movement. Joints can be mainly of three types. First type of joint is fibrous joint. Fibrous joint is kind of immovable joint. They don't allow any kind of movements. Then second we have cartilaginous joints. Cartilaginous joints are allowing limited movement. Whereas the complete movement is possible by synovial joint. So the total movement is possible by synovial joint. So fibrous joints do not allow us to move, or they are the immovable joints. Whereas limited movement is possible with the cartilaginous joint, and synovial joints allow the complete movement of our bones. So let's see where are these joints located. First one, you can see the fibrous joint in our cranial bones. We have 8 cranial bones. They are sutured together or stitched together by ligaments. So it is an immovable structure. They are called a fibrous joint. So we find fibrous joint in the skull, or to be precise, in the cranial part. Coming to cartilaginous joints, which allow limited flexibility. So here in between each vertebra we have a patch of cartilaginous structure. Cartilage, you know, it is kind of bone, but it is a soft flexible bone because its matrix is slightly different. So it allows little flexibility. We can bend backwards or forward because of this cartilaginous joint in our backbone. When we come to synovial joints, we have different types of synovial joint. The first type is called a ball and socket joint. Like how a ball is fitted inside a socket so that 360-degree rotation is possible. That is present in our shoulder, where we can rotate our arms 360, the same way we have in our legs also. That means in our hip region. First type ball and socket joint is found between the pectoral girdle and the humerus, and also the pelvic girdle and the femur. Now next is called a hinge joint. Hinge means like in the door. We can open the door only to one side, the other side it's not possible. The same way, if you see our arms, we can extend it like this, but beyond this we cannot take. But this side movement is possible. Why is this happening? Because there is a hinge joint here which is not allowing movement this side, only this side. So this can be possible in the elbow, means where else it is possible? In the knee also. Next is called a pivot joint. Pivot joint is allowing 180-degree movement. That is between the first two vertebrae. We already mentioned the first vertebrae is called what? Atlas. Second is called the axis. So between the atlas and axis, we have a joint which allows 180-degree flexibility. Like this. We cannot rotate it 360 degree, right? This joint is called a pivot joint. Next is in our wrist. We have the carpals, but we can rotate it. When we are rotating, a few carpals are gliding over the other joint so that we can move the wrist. So this movement is called a gliding joint. Next we are coming to saddle joint. Saddle is between the carpal and the metacarpal. Especially the saddle joint of our thumb is allowing different kinds of movement for us, so that we can do various things with our hand, especially holding things, grabbing things, writing, and precision requiring actions. This movement is not possible for many other organisms. Now we are so let's recap. We have 3 types of joints. Fibrous joint in the cranium, no movement possible. Then cartilaginous joints in our vertebral column, allowing limited flexibility due to cartilage present in between the vertebrae. And we have the synovial joints, which are actually characterized by presence of a fluid called a synovial fluid, which reduces friction on the surface of two bones. First synovial joint is the ball and socket joint, which is actually the allowing 360 degree. It is present in the articulation of the arms, that is forelimb with the pectoral girdle and the legs with the pelvic girdle. Next is our hinge joint, which allows only movement to one side. It acts like a hinge. It is present in the elbow and the knee. Then between our first two vertebrae, atlas and axis, we have pivot joint, which allows 180-degree movement. And between the carpals, we have gliding joint, which allows our wrist movement. Then finally, between carpals and metacarpal of the thumb, we have the saddle joint, which allows movement in various directions. Like in any other physiology chapter, we end the chapter with a certain disorders associated with the system. So the first we have disorder of muscular and skeletal system, that is myasthenia gravis. Myasthenia gravis is an autoimmune disorder. Autoimmune disorder means our immune system destroying our own cells. So in this case, the signals going to the muscle, that is neuromuscular junction, is affected. So the muscles won't get the signals from the neural cells. As a result, the muscle may undergo paralysis and a dysfunctional state. Next is a muscular dystrophy. Muscular dystrophy is a genetic disorder where the degeneration of muscle means muscles become very weak over a period of time or get destroyed or damaged over a period of time. So this will affect their movement, of course, they will not be able to move. Then next is a tetany. Tetany is a sudden spasm, means contraction of our muscles in our body. Next is arthritis. This is inflammation of joints. All the joints become swollen because of inflammation and it is a very painful condition. Here also there is a variant of this rheumatoid arthritis, which is again an autoimmune disorder. Next is an age-related disorder, especially in females, that is osteoporosis. When the females reach their menopause stage at the age of around 50, that means when the menstrual cycle stops. So at that time, their female hormones also decrease. The main female hormone estrogen is reduced in their body. This will lead to a condition called osteoporosis. As a result, their bone density is decreasing. You can see how porous it is in the second picture having osteoporosis. So when the bones become less dense, chance of fracture is very high. So if they simply fall down, they may get fractures easily. Then next is another condition called gout. It is actually due to the accumulation of uric acid. So these are the disorders in our muscular system associated with the skeletal system. That is, first is the myasthenia gravis, which is an autoimmune disorder. Then we have the muscular dystrophy, degeneration of muscle, genetic disorder, tetany due to sudden spasm, arthritis, inflammation of the joints, osteoporosis due to decreased secretion of estrogen during menopausal stage in women, and gout due to accumulation of the uric acid. Hope you understood all these lessons well. So if so, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, Biology My Passion. Thank you for watching.